Meat City, baby.
Hello and welcome back to Meat City Gaming. JD here with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video, and today we're covering the brand new Legendary event, Aggressive Negotiations. This is where you can earn Padmé Amidala. Recently added to the game in anticipation of the soon coming Geonosian-based territory battles. I'm sure she's going to be important for it. I'm sure there's going to be a battle that requires her. Will it be at 7 stars? Probably. So you're going to need her at least unlocked, but probably eventually to 7 stars to complete whatever special mission is going on in that Geonosian territory battle. So what we're going to do today is I'm jumping in at tier 5. Tiers 1 through 4 I'll have play in the background at an accelerated speed, but they're super easy. They are tuned way too low. Earlier reports are people are just walking through tiers 1 through 4, and then you hit a brick wall at tier 5 where you unlock her. And I've done tiers 1 through 4. I walked through them, so they'll be in the background. And while that's playing, I do want to address just one topic very quickly, which if you want to skip and get right to the battle, as always, check the comments in the video, and there are timestamps for you to jump to the landmarks, the highlights of the battle, so you can skip any parts that you don't want and get right to the parts that you do want. After the Darth Malak event, morale was at an all-time low. People were upset, and it seemed like right after the event, CG hadn't really heard us or responded or cared to put any response forth. Then, about maybe a week and a half or so after the event had ended, we got kind of a flurry of communications. Twitter posts from Carrie and some additional communications and a roadmap and some other things. And it's communication, so it's good, but the direction of the communication is not good. Basically, CG has just said, look, we're putting our thumb on the scale. We have an exact idea of where we want the game to be and what we want each meta to be, and we will adjust the numbers and fix characters as they come out to fit that mold. And man, that feels really bad, and it turned bad morale into worse morale, which I didn't think was possible. However, we got the announcement of the Legendary event, we knew this was coming, and people kind of had a bit of a glimmer of hope. Maybe this will be a carrot given to the player base, and it won't be too difficult, and people will be able to get this Legendary, and it won't be a big deal, and it'll kind of make up for some of the bad will and the bad experience we've had. Early returns are that's not the case. So the team that you need to get Amidala is a Separatist team, and it can be any Separatist, which is good because some of them have been around for a while. The problem is the main Separatist team in the game right now is the droid team, General Grievous, along with B2 and B1 and the Droidica and the Magna Guard. The problem is 2 of those and 2 of the most important ones just got free to play, just went farmable a week ago. So the ideal team that you need, you had a week to farm. And man, it's like CG just went back to their old tricks. Early reports are it's super difficult to 7-star Amidala without using that team. But I'm going to try it myself. That's the goal of this video. I obviously do not have the droid team ready to go. So I'm going to try and first unlock Padmé at 5 stars using an old school team. And it's a Dooku lead. He gives evasion to the team and he gives some offense up. So I'm going to try him as my leadership. I've got the Geo trio at gear 12 because of ships. So they're well geared, so I'm going to bring them in, even though they're not great characters in terms of the ground-based combat. And then I've got Assajj, just kind of a powerhouse, really good character as well. Is there a better lead? Would Assajj be the better leader, even though there's no other Night Sisters but her? Maybe, and we'll play around with it. But I'm trying to do this without using any droids to unlock Padmé at 5 stars, and we're going to see how it goes. So there'll be a full reckoning of the team that I use to unlock this at the end of the video in case I have to increase their mods. But as you can see for right now, Dooku's gear 9, everybody else is gear 12. They're not maxed, they're not 12 plus 5. I did move arena mods over, and again, I'll kind of explain the mods that were moved over. You'll see the sets at the end of the video, but I basically took my best arena mod sets in given categories. If a character likes to crit, I gave them crit chance. If my character has high offense, I gave them offense. Assajj got speed, Dooku got potency, and then just as much speed stacked on these guys as possible. So a small cutscene. It's kind of nice you don't have a long cutscene to roll through, but I haven't really seen any of the cool cutscenes, which were some of the signatures of these early Legendary events. And as I was talking there, I kind of missed the opening sequence, but everybody's in pretty good shape. Only Assajj took some hits, and this is the first time. So in the early stages, you start with just Padme, then she gets Anakin's help. General Kenobi shows up with a big hello there, which was a nice touch. But this is the first time we're seeing this Jedi Master Guardian in the Tier 5. And yes, I have seen some of the reports. This is Jolee Bindo reskinned as a fishman, or as a Mon Calamari, more appropriately. And so super tanky, super resistant, can heal Jedi, big pain in the butt. It's basically Jolee Bindo with a different face. So that's pissed people off too, because he's a really annoying character to fight, and now you have to fight him in this Legendary event. So, because Jolee can heal and resurrect Jedi, the thing that we want to try and do is get rid of Padme early, because she can't come back. Otherwise, if we get rid of Anakin, and then we get stuck behind a taunt, and then Anakin gets rezzed, and he can attack, we might have more trouble. So the goal is first to get down Padme. So what we're going to do is we've got Dooku starting out, and it doesn't look like there's any tenacity. The problem is Kenobi has foresight. I would love to put a shock on Kenobi, because then it would block his self-buffing if I do crit damage to other characters. But we don't have that right now. So instead, what I'm going to do is try to put either a stun or an ability block on Anakin, and we'll see if that works. I'm guessing the Jolee is going to call Anakin to assist, but we don't know. This is the first run, first time I'm checking it out, so we're just kind of piecing together the strategy, and we'll see what happens here. So we do get the ability block and the stun on Anakin, so he's going to miss his turn. That's awesome. All right, so now we've got Geo Soldier, and he can do a call to assist, or he can do just his basic, which does damage and then has a chance to gain offense up. So I think what we're going to do is call to assist. And again, I would rather have Kenobi's taunt down. We can do a dispel with Assajj. So let's see if we do this. We can attack this turn, do the call to assist. So we'll get 2 attacks on Padme. Hopefully we crit. That triggers Kenobi's taunt, and then we can use Assajj to strip those buffs away, and we'll be at least around the taunt once. So we get the call to assist, we get the taunt from Kenobi, perfect, just what we wanted, and now we can strip all that away. And what I would really like now is a turn from Dooku to shock Kenobi and prevent that buff from coming back up. I don't have it, so instead what I'm going to do is attack Kenobi so I don't trigger the taunt. I don't have another Dispel ready, so I don't want to burn that right now. I think Sun Fac actually has a Dispel at some point in his kit. But what we're going to do is save our big hits, right? The Spy's special is one of the aces in the hole that we have. It can dispel status effects on him and the target and deal massive, massive damage. But we're not quite set up for that yet. So instead, we'll just do a basic on Kenobi so we avoid the taunt. All right, we get the cleanse on Anakin. He has 6 stacks here of protection up. And I think we can get rid of that. Let's see, we can taunt with Sun Fac, which is something we are interested in doing. We'll put offense down on the enemy and also have a chance to remove turn meter. All of that is pretty good. We don't want to really do that. Physical damage to target enemy and dispel all positive status effects. Again, I don't think that's critical at the moment. Let's get the taunt up because then Sun Fac will counter. And I'd rather them be attacking him than take out one of my more vulnerable characters. So we're going to taunt and inflict offense down. And let's put that on Anakin. He's the most dangerous. Okay, we get offense down. Now, this is really interesting. With all those protection up buffs, if they have a positive status effect, dispel all status effects and deal 40% more damage for each effect dispelled. So 4 protection up buffs should be a massive hit here, plus the stealth, 5 times the 40%. We might be able to do a really big hit here to Amidala. Let's see if it works. Nowhere near enough. Okay, so That didn't quite go how we wanted, but we at least got the protection off, and I don't think we crit there. That was the other problem. Okay, so again, let's switch over to Kenobi. I'd rather him not get his taunt. There's the big hit from Anakin. We counter with Dooku, which leads to the... Okay, perfect. Leads to the counterattacks. Dooku, Kenobi takes his turn. He had the taunt, but now it expired. So now we should be able to put on Shock. And these debuff chances are doubled against Jedi. And I pumped up Dooku's potency. So this should land and it should stick. All right, we got the stun, but we didn't get the shock. So he will get the taunt up, which is unfortunate. But I don't think we can avoid it any longer. We really got to start getting Amidala down. So let's see what happens here. Okay, nice. Now we can... I don't think we're quite ready for Assajj's big hit. Do I want to try and stun Anakin? He's got probably a big hit here coming. Let's not do it yet. Let's see if we can stun Padme. We don't get it. We can do another call to assist here. We get another Dispel. Padme's got crit immunity, so now we can hit her without triggering Kenobi's taunt. And again. Now again, we don't want to use the area attack because we could crit somebody else and get Kenobi get the taunt. So let's just do a basic. We get the stun. We can do a call to assist here. And again, we don't have any debuff, so let's switch over. And let's try to get some ability block here. We get the stun, we get the ability block. All right, Assajj. So I would normally want to do the Dispel here and pull all these buffs off. But I'm saving up for another big hit with my Spy. So instead, we'll just do a basic. There's another big hit from Anakin. And unfortunately, that gives them the taunt. I don't think I want to burn this here. There's not enough there. Okay, so let's just do a basic. Sunfac can recover health. So let's do that. Let's see if we can get our shock. We do, but it gets cleansed immediately and we start losing characters. All right, let's go for a big hit. Not enough. All right, so 6 debuffs on her is a lot. And we are losing people really fast here. Let's see if we can just get the attack off. Oh, it's not ready. Okay, so that first run obviously failed. Not quite enough. Yeah, we just got two debuffs there. We need a really big hit from Spy, I think, to get Amidala down in kind of one alpha strike. Unfortunately, our turns didn't line up. We didn't get the right situation. So we'll go back in and we'll try it again. All right, much better. We got the shock landed that time, which is really good. So now we can just attack here and try to start working down these characters. Let's do the removal. I don't think we need to taunt yet. We certainly don't need to recover health. Let's just go for basic. We'll try and stun Anakin. Call to assist. Oh, and he cleansed. All right, well, we can get rid of the retribution here. Let's see if we can do that. Oh, that was a nice big hit. All right, we'll put up the taunt. Go for the big strike. All right, we need 1 or 2 nice big hits here. Crit chance, or crit immunity is up. Do I want to go for the shock or do I want to go for the double hit? I think we want to go for the double hit. 1. Oh, we got the stun. Come on, big hit. There we go. She's down. All right, nice start. Foresight everywhere, so let's go for the debuff and heal. And I think we're going to work on Kenobi. In theory, I should work on the healer, but I think he's really tough. So instead, I'm going to try and control Kenobi, get him down, then switch over. Actually, Anakin is probably the most dangerous one here. But I feel like as soon as I hit him, it's going to give Kenobi taunt. So let's go for Kenobi first. And now let's see if we can stun Anakin. And I'm going to save shock because he's already stunned and his turn is almost up. So I don't want to waste the shock. Instead, we'll do the basic. And, oh, that's unfortunate. Well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 abilities getting dispelled. Let's see if we can do a big hit here on Anakin. Yes, we can. He goes down in 1 hit. All right. He's probably going to get revived. Let's see if we can get the stun. Okay, there's the revive. See if we can get the shock. We can, but it gets cleansed immediately. Let's do the call to assist. Okay, Anakin goes down again. This only heals Night Sister, so it's not really going to help anybody else out. It would take the offense off of Kenobi. Is that a big deal? No, I think I'd rather go for the stun. All right, let's try and finish him. Counterattack gets rid of the foresight. All right, this character probably is going to have, because it's Jolie, it's going to have high tenacity, so I don't think we're going to be stunning. But we do have some high potency on Dooku. Maybe we can get an ability block. Oh, we get a stun. Really nice. We are not going to dispel that with the special from Spy here. We don't want to lose that stun and have him revive. This looks pretty good. Let's go for the shock. And now this will Alpha strike him down. There we go. All right, so Padmé Amidala unlocked with no droids on the team at all. We didn't even need B2. B2, great character. Again, no General Grievous. Those two with their reworks working together can be really powerful, stripping the debuffs, applying the buff immunity. If you have them, you should use them. The goal of this video is not to say use this team I'm using. It's if you're stuck with only this team and you don't have the droids, can it be done? And so that was literally my second attempt at the mission, and we got through it. Again, it's not a low gear level. These guys are all gear 12 except for Dooku, who's at gear 9. But we got through that with room to spare, so that was encouraging. And you should have these characters geared up. The Geo trio was great for ships. Now they're not really the meta, but they're a good B team. Really important for dark side territory battles. That's a great fleet that you can use. And I think they're only going to get better here. Some reworks are coming. They're worth the investment. Then we've got Assajj, who is just a key component to the Night Sisters team, which is an amazing team in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So, you know, if you've got those characters, they've been around for a while and they're really good, you can get through Padmé Amidala's Unlock Tier 5 phase without using a single one of the Separatist droids. So, we're going to move on in the next video to Tier 6, but I don't want each of these to get too long, so I'm going to cut this one off here. This is the Tier 5 video. Check out the next one for Tier 6, and then hopefully we'll get through that, and we'll try for Tier 7, and we'll see if we can continue to get through the Padmé Amidala Legendary event without using any of the Separatist droids. So thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.